Showbiz, I'd like to share with you something about the book Acting Smart. Acting Smart is the book you've been waiting for, packed with nuts and bolts of ideas, hilarious anecdotes, as well as sharp advice from the who's who, the biggest name of cinema, actors, filmmakers, casting directors, and much more. This is not just a handbook. It says on how to take on the challenges of the mercurial quicksand of show business, but also a look into the creative working of the film industry. So much for now, and those of you who like to take it, I'd like to hand it over to Simon to take us through in conversation.
The cameras, please move behind. We have customers here. Please पीछे चले जाइए.
Established. But she is also a very hard-working person who's never willing to coast along on her past laurels and makes a real effort to better herself every day and expand her repertoire every day. And it is in this spirit that she's now written this absolutely marvelous book that will help people who read it to better themselves and to expand themselves. And also, every single person who reads it will better their chances of making it in show business. So Tiska, this book is a handbook for aspiring actors, and as such is really an invaluable resource. I finished reading it between yesterday and today. It's beautifully written and really will be an invaluable resource for everyone who reads it. This is a book that was crying to be written. When you hear the subject matter, you think, why hasn't this book been written already? Well, clearly because nobody but my keen and astute friend Tiska thought of writing it. So will you tell us to start with, how did you spot this glaring lacuna, and how did you decide to write this book?
To audition after audition, rooms full of people, you don't know where to start, you don't know when you're sitting in a small town, you don't know what it's like in Bombay. So I think I made the maximum number of mistakes and fell on my nose and had to put ice on it many times. My ego was bruised, my heart was broken, roles went to other people because I did something stupid, other things. So, you know, it came from that.
Yeah, you say that in the book as well, that, you know, you, part of the reason you wrote it is because you made so many mistakes. And I also would like to say it takes great generosity of spirit to want to help people so that they don't have the same experiences you do, that don't serve them. You know, everyone needs to have experiences that they will learn from, but they don't need to make as many mistakes and have the hard times that you have. On that note, may I have the other mic? This is, I'm going to have to lean forward constantly for this. Thank you. So the book is written with great candor. It is very easy to read. It is very, very anecdotal, sometimes tongue firmly in cheek. So I think that outside of the film aspirant, it is also a great read for a film buff. Did you intend to also write it for film buffs, or did it just turn out that way organically?
Actually, I started off writing only for actors. But as I went along and I shot another film or another something, every little shoot added one more layer, one more dimension. And the funny thing was that when I spoke to actors like Shabana Azmi or Anil Kapoor or people like that who are all very generous and have shared their insights in the book, you know, when you talk actor to actor, there are those things which would disappear into nothingness. You would never hear those things. Because when they talk actor to actor, they tell you the little painful incidents that they went through. Like Shabana ji, for example, at one point said that she used to really admire this one senior actress, and she was really looking forward to working with her. And when she went to shoot, that other actress gave her such a hard time. She had such a difficult time shooting with that actress, and she was so disappointed because she was looking up to her. And Shabana ji cried. And so, you know, she shared this with me, and I was sitting there and thinking that these are incidents that will never come out. These are things that nobody will ever talk about except maybe on an actor-to-actor level, or maybe in some random interview sometime, and it might just go unnoticed. But I wanted to also tell everyone, particularly newcomers, that no one has it easy. No one. But then as I went along, these became life lessons, these became things which would be interesting to film buffs, because you know, whenever we're traveling a little out, Bombay, everyone's sick of shooting. They hate shooting, they you know, say, "Arey yaar, itna traffic jam kar diya, hato yahan se shooting chal rahi hai, koi pata nahi kya hai." So, but people outside of Bombay are so fond of shooting. There's a shooting, the whole city, the whole town arrives to see कि कौन है, क्या है, and the questions they ask you, आपके कपड़ों का क्या होता है shooting के बाद? आप बार बार क्यों करते हो वही take? You know, and many such other questions. So, there's a lot of things about the film business which are sort of unfamiliar to people.
Certainly to people outside Bombay. I think we take it for granted that people know so much about the way the industry works, but that's really not true outside of a charmed circle in Bombay. People really they crave information. And as I said, the book is very anecdotal, and there is such an insider's perspective which will be of great interest to film buffs as well. So now I'd like to come to the actual material that the book is the book is founded on. As we all know, people flock in the thousands to Mumbai, hoping to make it in the movies. Most of them are really having to start from zero, in that they have no background at all to help them make a beginning, to help them cope with the really monumental challenges that they do have to face. And in the process of figuring this out, they make so many mistakes. As Tisca said, you made so many mistakes. They make so many mistakes, and for a large number of them, they've lost so many opportunities that it's over even before they've begun. So as a guide for those people, this is a very, very comprehensive book, from hair and makeup to shooting a portfolio that highlights your particular uniqueness, from training in theatre to how acting on stage differs from film acting. You've also spoken to veterans who've spoken about the need to cultivate peripheral interests which will help you in acting, such as visual arts, such as learning to speak a foreign language. You've covered such a sea of relevant and vital material. How did you identify and narrow down the areas that you would need to highlight for young hopefuls?
Well, difficult question to answer, because honestly there was so much, starting from accommodation, which is a nightmare in Bombay. Somebody comes from a small town or from even Delhi. Like my mother, she came to, when I was staying in a 1 BHK. Nobody outside of Bombay understands BHK. It's a uniquely Bombay concept. And sometimes it's just 1 BK, 1 bedroom and kitchen, there's no hall also. So, it's, my mother walked into my 1 BHK and she said, with her bag in her hand, and she said, "Baki ka ghar kidhar hai?" So people are unused to the tiny spaces and the astronomical rents you have to pay. And so starting from there to every single pitfall, to the auditions, to the portfolios, I've seen young boys and girls getting so dominated by the photographer that they look like clones of whoever's the latest Bollywood heartthrob. Everybody's shirt is off, everybody's wearing Shah Rukh Khan glasses and has the same. If they wanted another Shah Rukh Khan, they would get another Shah Rukh Khan, or they would get Shah Rukh Khan. I'm sure they can afford him at some level. But why are you wanting to be somebody else? So from a whole lot of these sort of experiences and what I saw around me, and hair and makeup, like boys come to shoot with lip gloss, and you're thinking, people can see that. You're a boy and you're wearing lip gloss, why are you doing that? And then they've, because somebody's told them, some makeup artist who's new has told them, कि होठ सूखे सूखे लग रहे हैं, इस पे lip gloss लगा लो. So things like that. It's from the ridiculous to the even more ridiculous. It just there's no end to it. So all of these sort of went into the book. Also, of course, there's one chapter which I think is meaningful, and it's more than just film industry specific. It's the Tao of acting, which is essentially telling you to be yourself, no matter what business you might be in. You might be an actor, you might be an author, or anything else. If you are not you, then there is no point in The universe took a lot of time and effort to make you. So if you can't accept and embrace and love that and be that, then you'll forever be a clone and forever trying to be somebody else or trying to please somebody else. The funny thing is, the minute you stop trying to please others and just please yourself without being rude to others, people love you. That's the hugely interesting part.
Absolutely, it is the best gift you can offer up is to be yourself and not waste time trying to be someone else. Also, I think in that regard, this book really, outside of being a great handbook for aspiring actors, can really be a handbook for life, because you talk so much about, you know, becoming yourself. These are not things that everybody tells them. You know, they are always told to highlight aspects of themselves, but not to be themselves and who they are as a whole. So, you know, you break a person down into the parts, but there is the sum total of the parts is, you know, the sum is greater than. That's right. What is it? That's right. So I'm going to ask you, in one of the chapters, Tisca says that even when you think you've learned everything there is to learn, there's always a new skill you can pick up, and that's true. And she ends it with, someday you might need to speak Hindi with a French accent. So I thought I'd ask, let's hear it. Let's hear the Hindi with the French accent.
Ooh. I'll do the Hindi with some accent sooner or later. But the funny part is that one actor who does not want to be named, very successful, very senior actor, said that he's actually put aside money so that he can go and learn scuba diving and skydiving and spend a year in New York, because he wants to do theatre there. And these are things that he's put time and money and dates aside for, because he feels that if you're not living life, if you're not experiencing life, then what can you recreate as an actor? If you are recreating what you've seen in a film, that's like a Xerox. You're making a copy of what someone's already done. It's a faded copy. There's nothing authentic or fresh about it.
It's not drawing from life. It's not from an authentic source. Yeah.
Therefore, the idea that when an actor comes to, when somebody comes to Bombay, often the idea in their head is that, you know, you look nice dancing in your friend's barat, you were wearing a nice suit, and everybody said, "Kya dikhte ho boss? Tumhe to Bombay jana chahiye hero banne ke liye." And that person actually packs their bags and arrives in Bombay. But then what happens? Then heartbreak. Then how do you go back home? And your dad's business is waiting, but you know, you don't want to go with that sorry face back and say, you know what, I was not good enough for the city. You know, the city beat me. So I think the idea behind, one of the ideas behind writing this book was to say that there is a lot of things that are needed even before you leave your home. So this book, I hope, sells not just in Mumbai and the metros, but also in smaller towns where people really want to know what actually happens in the business. For example, you would need money, not just for your accommodation, but for your portfolio. How much for your portfolio? Then you would need money to put aside to travel to auditions. Then you would need money to learn a new skill. For example, if a film requires for you to be riding a horse or driving at a certain speed or rollerblading or whatever. And if you don't have that skill, then you have to learn, because as an actor, we have to be like plasticine and be able to do whatever is needed for the character, for the part. So I think very often actors just say, ke, you know, portfolio hai, audition ho gaya hai, bas abhi role mil jayega. But what after? So you have to keep on putting the money that you're earning back into the business, you know, so that you can reinvent and keep giving the audience something new and fresh all the time from life. And now as for the Hindi with the French accent, can I do German?
Let's hear it. Yeah, German will do
Ja,
just fine.
ja, ja. Tell me.
That's Hindi with the Hindi
That's
accent.
Hindi with the Hindi accent. Yes, maybe later, but
Okay,
maybe
yes.
we can.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but you know, I want to ask you one last question before we throw you know, the floor open to all the people who've come here. I'm sure there are many questions to ask you, which is really a quick question about your writing process. I'm sure it must have challenged you in many ways. And what did you learn about yourself that you didn't know when you started?
My respect for actors, for writers has gone up hugely. Acting is far easier than writing. Also, acting is done with other people. So you need a director, you need a script, you need another actor, you need an audience. But writing is almost always alone. And in my house, they didn't understand that. They thought, दीदी काम पे जाती है तो शूटिंग करती है और घर पे आती है तो घर पे है, मतलब काम पे नहीं है. And so they would start asking questions like, they would see me sitting in front of my laptop thinking of the next bright idea to put in the book, or, you know, some bifurcation in thought and thinking, should I put this in, put that in, you know, thinking about the book, being a serious author. And they would say, Didi, aaj bhindi banaye ke gobi banaye? And I'm like, light bulb fuse ho gaya hai, electrician ko bula le aaj ke kal bulaye, chimney servicing ka kya hai? So that was, it was very hard to get the message across to people at home because it was just impossible. I had to wear earrings and heeled shoes and a little bit of makeup and say, okay, I'm at work. Please understand, this is work. I'm working. And that's how it got done.
So you learned how to get it done.
I learned how to get it done.
All right. So I think now may be a good time to throw the floor open for those of you who would like to ask Tiska questions about her book, which is Acting Smart. Anyone has a question? There you are. Can we get a mic back there? Or if you speak up, we can hear you.
I would like to ask you is that with this book, क्या आप इस बात से इत्तेफाक रखते हैं that anybody can be a star? Would you like? I haven't read the book. I've only flipped a few pages. What I want to ask you is, do you think that everybody has the potential to be a star?
I'll answer that from two perspectives. I think for your mother and your father and your family and your friends, you are a star. You always are a star. You are so special to them. The important thing is that will you be a star to 1 billion plus Indians? I don't know about that. My idea about writing the book was to give you a fighting chance. You will definitely be an actor or not. Because if you read the book, for example, Raju Hirani, one of our most successful and fabulous directors, turned around and said that, you know, you've got to be realistic. That you want to be an actor is not good enough. Because there are people, for example, Nawazuddin Siddiqui, he did, when I met him for the book, he did about 1,000 plays at NSD and at the repertory. He watched 250 plays before he had the guts to audition for the first play. And then he did backstage. So people have that kind of drive and passion to, and then he's been doing bits and pieces till now he's hit big time. So to answer that question, I think by reading the book, you certainly can't become a star. If that was the case, I would be a far bigger star now myself. But what it will do is it will take care of certain pitfalls that are very obvious, but which nobody really talks about. How do you crack an audition? That's my personal favorite tip, which is basically that imagine there's 150 people. Mukesh, are you here? You're here. Tell me if I'm wrong. कितने लोग आते हैं एक audition पे? No, तेरी audition पे नहीं. Normally एक जो open to public audition होती है, he's one of the most successful senior wonderful casting directors, cast films like Gangs of Wasipur, etc. And how many come yana? How many people come to an audition typically? Give him the mic.
So Wasipur have auditioned from 17,000 actors and now find 300 people. So you can imagine amount of actor coming for one film audition. And that also one genre. Then there is Punjabi, then there is Gujarati, then there is 10,000 other languages. So people are coming from different parts of India. I think it's a huge number of people coming in the city every day. I think in my office, I think 300 से 350 लोग रोज आते हैं हमारे ऑफिस में. अभी भी 300 से 350 लोग रोज आते हैं. और अगर हम महीने में कैलकुलेट करें तो यू कैन इमेजिन कि 6,000-6,500 लोग तो हर महीने बॉम्बे. और ये सब के सब लोग नए हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने किसी को देखा और दोबारा आए. हर रोज 300 नए लोग इस शहर में मुझे दिखते हैं जो मेरे ऑफिस में आते हैं. बाकी तो पता नहीं कहाँ से आते हैं.
मेरे को लग रहा है इनके पास तो आई थिंक दैट्स वन really.
That's true, yeah. Mukesh, I think आपके ऑफिस के बाहर would be a great
छोटा
place
सा
to sell
stall.
copies of the book. Yeah.
Come on, sit now, please. So, if there's this number of people that are auditioning for one role, how do you break the
Do you break through the clutter?
How do you do that? So when I came to Bombay, that I had no godfather or godmother or a successful boyfriend who was a big star. I didn't have any of that. So what I found was that you go, normally they audition for 2 days. So what you do is you go the first day and you, without making a big noise, get the lines, get the script out and Xerox it or take it. If they have extra copies, take it. Prepare the whole day, the whole night, and the next day be the first person. Because when you're the first person at 9:30 or 10, they have enough time. Nobody lands up at 10 really. It's 11, 11:30, 12 that people start landing up. You be there by 9:45. They'll see you waiting, they'll see that you're serious about your work, and you will get a very good chance to do 1 or 2 variations along with what you've prepared. You might even carry a small prop like a scarf or a spoon if it's an audition for an ad. So you just stand out amongst 10,000 people. So if you do that often enough, chances are that you will start breaking through. So how do you use your brain and get past the vast numbers of people? So that was one trick. It really worked for me because for a time I was doing about 6 to 7 ads a month, and that was a lot of work at that time. So that's how those are the kind of tips that one has put in the book.
Because of you, many people couldn't get the work because you were doing every work. Every ad you were doing that time.
फिर भी कुछ आप बताइए उसके अंदर क्या करना चाहिए, नए एक्टर लोगों को किस प्रकार काम करना चाहिए, क्या वे क्या है, तरीका क्या है, हिंदी में बताएं क्योंकि देखिए इंग्लिश हमारी कमजोर है.
हाँ जरूर. मैं कहना चाहूँगी ये सारी चीज़ें जो इन्होंने टिप्स और हिंट्स और क्लूज और हेल्पफुल हिंट्स दिए हैं वो सारी किताब में हैं. व्हाइल यू हियर, जैसा इन्होंने कहा, मुकेश साहब आपको रोज नहीं मिलने वाले, इनका तो जो है सब किताब में है, आप उनसे पूछ लीजिए ना.
पकड़ लेंगे.
आप किताब पढ़ लीजिए इनके टिप्स के लिए.
ले लिया है, बाकी देखते हैं. बाकी मास्टर ब्लास्टर ब्लैक पैंथर का आपको शुक्रिया. अब बताइए.
Thank you.
Is there anything you'd like to say to that gentleman?
Where is the realistic point generally touching actors where they come to a final realization either it's meant to be or not meant to be? You're either in the industry or you need to think otherwise somewhere else. So have you spotted it in contemporary alongside people getting the realization at the earliest while some just linger on to a bad time maybe?
Dreams breaking don't make any sound. You can see the defeat and the dullness that starts coming in people's eyes. In their street, in their gully kucha, they're the best looking, the most likely to succeed person. But when they come to Bombay, there's somebody who's got a smaller waistline, a sharper nose, more aggression, better contacts, better people skills, better acting, all of that. So then they get very disappointed with life. And one of my favorite lines in the book is Bimal Parekh, who's the chartered accountant to some of the biggest actors. He's given me some wonderful tips in the book about contracts, about the legality, what an actor should look for. He said that he's seen too many 40-year-old strugglers. So when I asked him what is the basics of a contract, like there should be an exit clause, he said there should be an exit clause to your struggle. You should not be struggling till age 40 to still make it. You should struggle to become a better actor. But if you're still struggling to do little bits and pieces, then who are you kidding? And then you see people take up a property business, somebody will open a beauty parlor, somebody will do something else, and they'll keep kidding themselves कि हम actor हैं. इतना सरल नहीं है, इतना easy नहीं है to be an actor. Of course you can do small parts, but then you should have something to fall back on. कोई रोजी रोटी चलाने के लिए भी आपको कुछ चाहिए ना. So this book is, I think, in many ways a practical guide to say that be realistic before you come. It's not so easy. It may be. You may get picked up in a coffee shop and become the next big star, but you may not.
And something about those who have probably gone past that prime time.
Stars.
Yeah, they've been in prime time and then they move out from the film industry. Lives. Maybe someone is married down somewhere, someone is into something more creative, advertising. In your observation, anything in the book about those who move on from the film industry?
I've really tried not to touch on that too much because the idea is to inspire and to,
bring in.
Yeah, but not to say that अगर ये नहीं होगा तो फिर ऐसा होगा kind of thing. Yeah.
Perhaps your next one. Another book on what alternatives they can pursue. Any more questions out there?
Yeah, congratulations for your book and my best wishes. My question is, what was the biggest challenge and how did you overcome it in the entire journey of your acting career?
Writing the book?
Of acting career.
Of my acting career?
Yeah, when you started.
I think for me the biggest challenge was to, when I first came to Bombay, Juhi Chawla was doing really well, Madhuri Dixit was in her first innings doing really well, and Sridevi was sort of on her way out and that phase, and Raveena and Karishma and all these girls were starting out and doing really well. So everyone kind of told me कि उसकी तरह करो, आप उसकी तरह ये कर लो, इसकी तरह वो कर लो, and I was not that person. I was not from a film background. I came from a very academic background. My father's a school principal. So for me it was very hard to fit into preconceived notions of what people wanted me to be. And I've made a lot of silly mistakes, like agreed to do one of the first films that was offered to me. And there was a rain dance number in it. I was so uncomfortable. Because I was not doing it as an actor. I was doing it as a young girl who thought, अच्छा ये भी करना है तो करते हैं. I didn't understand it and didn't perform it like a performance. So it was, for me that was the hardest. I didn't really fit in too much. And if I realized that there's no need to and you could just be yourself and that would be fine too, I kept trying to fit in. That was wrong.
Thank you.
I hope that answers your question.
We have two questions. One.
I guess I've written a little bit about it, not too much. The cover of the book is sort of like a red carpet idea of, where you can reach. There's not too much in the book about how you can handle stardom, but there is, for example, Boman Irani is mentioned. He's saying that, he said that if there's somebody not waiting right outside the aircraft with a placard with your name, people are disappointed with life. They lose their, your sense of importance comes from how people are treating you. It's not your own sense of who you are in the world. It's coming from reflected from many. If 100 people are crowding around you, if all these photographer friends are giving, like this happened to me. My first film bombed really, really badly. And Manisha Koirala was a very big star at that time. So before my film came out, all of these photographer friends who were there crowded around me a lot when I used to go anywhere. And suddenly, when my film bombed, everyone went away when Manisha came, and I was just standing there and posing for no one at all. And it was a very strange moment to me because I was relying on them to give me importance. But today the understanding is that they are professionals, they've got homes to go to, they have their photographs to take, and after this they will go to the next event and they will take good pictures, and you should give them good pictures, and that's it. It's not the 10 of them or being or not being there do not define or make you who you are. You are who you are, and that's sort of an idea which I've underlined in the book.
Of kids who come in to be actors is they're looking for self-worth on the outside. Not a lot of them want to be actors. They want the fame, they want the recognition because they want their self-worth to be boosted by these externals, and it really isn't. And that's, I think it's, you know, you asked the question, is it in the book, how to deal with success? There isn't a lot about how to deal with success, but there are parts that will serve you no matter where you are in life, which is to deal with people with grace and compassion and politeness. Those are things that at any stage, wherever you are, will always serve you well. So there are those.
Jiska, we've got so many acting.
On the set, shooting and theatre, I've mentioned specifically in the book that how doing theatre is crucial. And Mukesh will add to that. He picks most actors from theatre. You know, so the idea of, for example, if you have to fix a carburetor, gaadi ka carburetor, or change a tire, or operate somebody's heart or something, would I trust somebody who's got no training and never gone? Would I ask him to open my heart and put a stent in it or whatever? I wouldn't. Likewise, when somebody's got crores of rupees, why would they give it to somebody who's got no training? Unless they're looking for that face and say कि आपने कुछ भी नहीं किया इसके पहले and we're ready to hire you. But that's like looking for a needle in a haystack. It's you can't come with that idea of acting. So maybe Mukesh can elaborate a little bit.
No, I think you said it the right thing. Theatre always helps.
Easy to break into acting. Do you think this book will be any good, or you want to just use it as toilet paper?
I'm going to, but I remember when you said हम पढ़ेंगे और 2 साल में, since you told us, you know, this is out, so we're really inspired by your energy and your commitment, and by your generosity in sharing this with all of us. And I'm sure we've had so many conversations about how tough it is and how great it is and how you know, difficult it is and yet how sublime. And I'm sure, you know, I'm looking forward to reading your book and keep doing what we are doing here. Our voice exercises, like Mukesh said, and everything else that goes with it. Learning how to put makeup, which, by the way, Jiska has helped us a lot. How to just basically dress up and look clean, you know. Rasika?
I'm really looking forward to the book because
Award for something.
Yeah, and I remember the first time I met her and we bonded about how the fact that everybody dresses really in a filmy fashion and we need to get real.
But perhaps Mukesh can answer that.
I know Mukesh can answer.
And he shared a very, very, very interesting episode. He said कि एक actor office में आया, 1 बार, 2 बार, 3 बार, 4 बार, और उसको बार-बार बोला गया कि काम नहीं है भाई, अभी कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, अभी नहीं है. So he said कुछ नहीं, मैं चाय बनाऊंगा. So अनुराग said कि 4 लोग already चाय बना रहे हैं, मैं कितने लोगों को चाय बनवा लूँ, you know. So he said अब क्या, तो 9 बार हुआ है. Finally the office staff passed the message on to Anurag कि ये बहुत बार आ रहा है, इससे मिल लो. So that guy came, he met Anurag and he said, sir, आप ना ऐसे psycho type के हैं और मेरे को ना इसीलिए आपके साथ काम करना है क्योंकि मैं भी ना बिल्कुल mental हूँ. So Anurag was like, you know, people try and mold their personality to suit the director, which is the wrong way to go about it. Because then that's not possible. It'll be inauthentic. It'll not be true. You mold yourself as per what your heart is saying. There is a song that the universe has given your soul. Sing your song. Do it your way. When you find yourself, Raju Hirani turned around and said that there's a talent has a fragrance.
Yeah.
And you can go and shout under people's buildings and say, मुझे cast करो, मैं free में काम करूँगा, मेरे पास dates है, मेरे पास ये है, मैं fully available हूँ, मैं कुछ भी करने को तैयार हूँ, फिर भी नहीं करेंगे आपको cast. But if you have found yourself, there's a fragrance to that finding yourself which attracts people. They will come to you. So trying not to manufacture your personality to suit the director. कि इस director यश चोपड़ा से मिलने जाते थे लोग तो white कपड़े पहन के जाते.
So that I'm with you completely. You have to be yourself.
You be yourself, and if there is something that they like, that'll be great. The other thing is that don't try and force fit into certain characters. Like there was this girl from Delhi who she was a minister's daughter. And she insisted that I want to play a city girl, I want to play a city girl. And there was this huge film, very, very successful film, which she was getting cast for. She said no to that. And that went to one of the star daughters. And today she's a mega, mega star. But she didn't want to play Gaon Ki Gori because her friends thought कि ये cool नहीं है. So everybody's got their own funday about कि आप actor हो, आप कुछ भी कर सकते हो, कुछ भी बन सकते हो, पर अपने तरीके से.
Right, absolutely.
So that's
I am completely with you on that level. But Mukesh, I wanna ask one.
एक्चुअली ये एक आर्टिकल था जो मैंने लिखा था, क्योंकि मैं बहुत सारे शूट्स पे बहुत सारे न्यू कमर्स, बहुत सारे यंग एक्टर्स आते हैं और उनकी विविध तरह की जो उनकी तकलीफ़ें होती हैं. कभी अतरंगा सा मेकअप करके आ जाएंगे, कभी ऑडिशन पे जाएंगे पर उनको रोल नहीं मिलेगा. कई लोग ऐसे होते हैं कि अपने आप को गलत तरीके से देख रहे हैं एज एन एक्टर, सही ब्रैकेट में नहीं अपने आप को डाल पा रहे हैं. कई लोगों को लगता है कास्टिंग काउच, जो कि एक बहुत ही बड़ा सवाल है कि अगर उस डायरेक्टर ने मुझे ऐसा बोला या सो वगैरह वगैरह. ऐसे बहुत सारे पहलू हैं इस बिज़नेस के बारे में जो कि लोग नहीं समझते हैं. मैं भी बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं समझती हूँ, पर इस बुक के लिए मैंने बहुत सारे सीनियर और टैलेंटेड एक्टर्स से बात की, जैसे कि बमन ईरानी, शबाना आज़मी, अनिल कपूर. बहुत सारे डायरेक्टर्स से बात की, जैसे इम्तियाज़, अनुराग कश्यप, प्रकाश झा, राजू हिरानी, यश चोपड़ा. और उन सब ने मुझे बहुत विस्तार में बताया कि उनको किस तरह से एक एक्टर चाहिए, क्या स्कल्पटिंग चाहिए, क्या वो ढूंढते हैं एक एक्टर में. तो मुझे लगा कि ये सारी चीज़ें एक्चुअली बाहर कभी आती नहीं हैं. तो मुझे लगा कि ये एक बुक का सब्जेक्ट हो सकता है.
जैसे कि हमने देखा है कि इंडस्ट्री में कई सारे लोग आते हैं, उन्हें फिल्में भी मिलती हैं, तो फिल्म 3, 4, 5 फिल्में करने के बाद वो फिर उसके बाद फिल्में नहीं मिलती है, जो रिप्लेस का शिकार होते हैं, वो सुसाइड कर लेते हैं. रिसेंटली हमने कई सारे ऐसे किस्से देखे. ये सारी चीज़ें भी दिखाने की कोशिश की आपने अपने बुक में, या दिखाएंगे?
बुक में मैंने इस बारे में लिखा है कि एक चैप्टर है जो कि फैमिली, फीडबैक और फ्रेंड्स के ऊपर है. आप एक्टर बन गए हैं, इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि आपने 2-3 फिल्में भी कर ली, चलो एक हिट भी हो गई. पर हर एक्टर के लाइफ में एक लो फेज़ आता है. आप ज़िंदगी से अगर हट जाएंगे, जुदा हो जाएंगे, अपनी फैमिली से जुदा हो जाएंगे. अगर आपको बॉम्बे आके ऐसा लगता है कि आपकी फैमिली बहुत छोटे शहर से है, सिंपल हिंदी में बात करते हैं, मम्मी नायलॉन की साड़ी पहनती हैं, और यहाँ पे आपको लगता है चकाचौंध की ज़िंदगी में वो फैमिली फिट नहीं आएगी, तो आप अपनी फैमिली को पीछे छोड़ देते हैं, अपने घर जो आपके स्कूल के, कॉलेज के दोस्त हैं उन्हें पीछे छोड़ देते हैं, और फिर बम्बई आके आपको एक अकेलापन लगता है, अपने आप से आप अलग हो जाते हैं. और वो सबसे ख़तरनाक किस्म की खाई है, क्योंकि अगर उसमें आप गिर गए फिर आपको हाथ पकड़ के उठाने वाले कम लोग मिलेंगे. तो अपनी फैमिली, अपने फ्रेंड्स और जो पुराने अच्छे रिश्ते हैं, जो आपके स्टार या एक्टर बनने से पहले के रिश्ते हैं, उन्हें प्लीज़ कायम रखिए. वो ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है.
और ये टॉपिक से हटके अगर मैं बात करूँ तो कुछ रहस्य मूवी देखी
जी.
2014 में, तो कुछ मराठी मूवी भी उसके बाद आने वाली है.
मराठी मूवी का रीमेक है, काक स्पर्श का रीमेक है.
तो उसके बारे में कुछ बता रहस्य.
जी, रहस्य में ही रहे तो अच्छा है, क्योंकि उसमें वो थोड़ी कंट्रोवर्सी में आ गई है वो फिल्म. और मेरे ख्याल से डायरेक्टर ही बेहतर बताएंगे आपको उस फिल्म के बारे में. दूसरी फिल्म जो मैं कर रही हूँ फ़िलहाल, एक शूटिंग में छोटा सा ब्रेक था, चिपलून में करके आ रहे हैं. 1930 की कहानी बताई है, 1930 के आसपास की. तो बहुत ही अलग रूप और वेशभूषा वगैरह वगैरह. और महेश मांजरेकर की बहुत ही हिट फिल्म, मराठी हिट फिल्म काक स्पर्श, और उसमें अरविंद स्वामी और मैं हैं, और 2 बहुत ही टैलेंटेड मराठी एक्ट्रेसेस हैं जिनको मराठी देखने वाले लोग जानते होंगे, पर हिंदी भाषी पहली बार देखेंगे. और बहुत ही अनयूजुअल और इंटरेस्टिंग कहानी है.
रहस्य का पर्दाफाश कब तक होगा? 2014 में कब तक आ जाएगी?
मैं एक्टर होने का सबसे बड़ा नुकसान ये होता है, फ़ायदे बहुत होते हैं कि एक बार आपने अपनी एक्टिंग कर दी तो फिल्म का क्या अंजाम होता है वो हमारे हाथ में नहीं होता है। वो डायरेक्टर, प्रोड्यूसर और डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स, बहुत सारी चेन्स होती हैं, कड़ियाँ होती हैं जो हमारे हाथ में नहीं होती हैं। थैंक यू सो मच।